Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Medico's Guide, and today's video is going to be very special for you, as in this video I'm going to share with you how to measure blood pressure by using stethoscope and by using another method, that is palpation method. Alright, so in this video we are also going to discuss about some basic tips, how to use a stethoscope, how to place a stethoscope correctly, and what are some basic parts of the sphygmomanometer as well as stethoscope. Alright, so let's get into it. Now first of all, let's discuss about some parts of sphygmomanometer. So here, this is the first part which you can see is the pressure cuff. Alright, so this is basically a pressure cuff in which the air is get inflated. Now here you can see this is inflation bulb. Alright, so this is an inflation bulb and it basically works by when you apply the pressure in it. So you are basically pumping air into this pressure cuff. And here you can see this is the air release valve, and you have to make sure whenever you are measuring the blood pressure, so you should keep this valve closer to it so that the air is get pumped inside this pressure cuff. While if you want to release the air from the pressure cuff, so you have to make this dial turn away from this part. So this is how you can release the air and you can inflate this pressure cuff. Now here, this part is the Aneroid manometer gauge, and this shows you the blood pressure. And these are the tube connectors. And this part basically comes in front of your arm where your brachial artery is. Now let's discuss different parts of stethoscope. So this is basically your headset, and this part is your ear tube. Now let's discuss parts of stethoscope. So here you can see this is a headset, and these things, they are earpieces. This is ear tube, and now whenever you are wearing this stethoscope into your ear, so you should keep in mind that first of all you are going to place the two earpieces together in this way, and then you're going to see the direction in which they are facing forward. So you are going to wear this stethoscope in your ear. Alright, so they should face along the ear canal. Alright, so the direction of the earpieces, they should be forward like your nose. If they are facing towards you, so the direction is going to be wrong. Alright, so the direction should be always forward. So this structure is binaural spring, and this thing is the tubing, while this part is known as a chest piece. And here the front part, the bigger one, is your diaphragm, and this part is known as a bell. So now one basic tip here is that you can also switch its position. So when you want to hear the heart sounds, you can use the diaphragm. You have to use a diaphragm, and so you have to switch its position in a way, in a direction where you can hear the sound in the diaphragm. But if you want to hear heart murmurs, so definitely you are going to use a bell piece, and for using the bell piece you have to switch the position in this way, so, or you can say in a direction to hear the sound in this bell piece. Now let's measure the blood pressure. So first of all, a cuff is placed on the upper arm directly on the skin, and the brachial artery is palpated at the elbow. Cuff should never be applied over clothing, and the arm should be at the level of heart. Once the artery is located, the stethoscope is placed over the artery and the cuff is inflated. Now when you are inflating a cuff, make sure to turn the air release valve into a direction in which the air is inflating the cuff, not releasing it. Now constantly pump. Cold cough sounds are the noises heard through the stethoscope and are the result of cuff collapsing the artery and producing turbulent blood flow. The cuff should be inflated 15 to 20 mmHg, that is millimeters of mercury, beyond the point that the cold cough sounds disappear. The valve is then slowly opened and air is allowed to escape from the bladder. Systolic blood pressure is when cold cough sounds are heard again, and the diastolic blood pressure is when the sounds are absent. Systolic blood pressure is pressure during ventricular contraction, whereas diastolic blood pressure is a pressure during the ventricular rest. Now, if the stethoscope is not readily available, the blood pressure may be palpated. To do this, the cuff is applied and radial pulse is felt. The cuff is inflated to a point 15 to 20 mmHg higher than the pressure where the pulse is no longer felt, and the cuff is then slowly deflated. The pressure where the radial pulse is once again felt is the systolic pressure. The diastolic pressure is not measured using this technique, and the pressure is referred to as SBP over palpation. So alright everyone, so that's all from today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video and liked this video. If you found it helpful, please share it with your friends, and thanks for watching.